Hello. Hello, my friends. How are you all this fine evening? This is a fine evening. Hello, Mark. Hello, Mike. Hello, Hans. Tonight's beer is a Harpoon Winter Warmer. Oh, you already need a winter warmer? Already? I guess it is cold. It's cold in my adopted home state now. Hello, Tyler. Hello. I don't need a winter warmer yet. I mean, it's like 38 degrees. We went for a walk. It was 38 degrees. There was a nice little festival going on. Hello, Mike, again. Hello, Daniel. Daniel Pyle, who I did a special live for Advent, and somebody bought a copy. I was happy to see that. Hello, Jason. Happy Monday, Alexia. Pizza Giraffe's here. He didn't bring the pizza and he didn't bring the giraffe, but he did. Hello, Mitch. Hold on. I'm gonna douse this light a little bit. It was a little hot. I don't have my lighting crew. I gave them the day off, so it was a little hot. Good evening, Philip. Cemetery Gates, Philip. It's only 6% ABV. That's like lemonade, isn't it? Like 6% ABV. You get more ABV from oxygen, I think. 6%. No, that's a nice amount. That's a responsible amount, I'd say. You definitely don't want me making ABV recommendations to you. I'm a bad influence. I'm like Charles Barkley. I'm not a role model. Not a role model. I watch some of these back and I don't realize how busted up the sound could be. Like I yell and it's like more than the mic can handle. It's more than the Mark can handle. See, Mike Hughes. Mike, that tattoo happened. I told my daughter about it. She's dumbfounded, just floored with flattery to know that her butterfly is going to live. It's going to live. The Pizza Giraffe place closes down. Oh, that's not good. Howdy, Jack. Now, I did not see your email, Jack. And that could be, I looked through the spam. I looked through everything. I didn't see it. So apologies, Jack. I'll get, I'm sorry. Try it again. I don't know. I Jeff at the jeffword.fun. If you say it like that, people remember. It's like a jingle. Jeff at the jeffword.fun. It's like 1877 cars for kids. You got to Jeff at the jeffword.fun. Producer Jill doesn't like me working out jingles live on air, but you know. So no pizza, no giraffe delivery. Damn it. Explain the flag, please. Isn't this chilling? This is the Tennessee state flag. I don't know why I went all in on Tennessee tonight. I think it's because Tennessee Titans won in football, and I live here. But yeah, that flag, it's red with stars. It's just like the first time I saw it, I was like, huh, what am I looking at? And they're like, it's a Tennessee state flag. I'm like, oh, okay. I have this. So I don't know if you guys saw my video short. I have this. It's a Chicago flag, and then the Tennessee state flag. So I don't know. I just thought I'd make some decoration tonight. I don't know why. There's really no rhyme or reason to the things I decide upon. Good evening, Eye of Manos. There was maggots in the fryer, so that's why we closed. But if you follow the UN's teachings, we are all going to be eating maggots. You can get this big ball, right? It's like this acrylic globe. And if you do it right, it turns out 2 pounds of protein a week. And that protein is in the form of grubs and maggots and insect larvae. Because it's not sustainable to have everybody eat beef or animal-based proteins that we traditionally get our proteins from. You can't get it from cattle anymore because the cattle takes up land mass. They create methane. I'm not saying I agree with all this. I'm just telling you what the UN is saying. So we're going to all be eating big globes of bugs that you every week you open up a drawer and you got 2 pounds of protein. So I'm just saying, Pizza Giraffe, in the future, in the not too distant future, there will be maggots in the fryer because that's what you're eating on the pizza. So, discussion question. If you've read a book, how high do you have to rate it personally to warrant purchasing an expensive edition of that book? Should one become available? Okay. So that's, I think, to the discretion of the reader, because there are many reasons to buy a very expensive book. There are many expensive books I've purchased that I've never read before. And there are many books I've read that I've loved that an expensive edition doesn't exist. Because Suntop published, for example, Rosemary's Baby. I never read it. Brilliant book. I got it as a Suntop edition. Oh, hold on a second. This is what happens when I don't drink for a while. Check in with the Magic Duff Bucket. Magic Duff Bucket. What have you got for me today? A White Russian. Yes, but that's only half the gag. Look at that cozy. Bentley Little's The Store. How fun is that? I got this from Nocturnal Reader's Box, and Lividian's doing The Store. So it's kind of cool. Maybe I could sell this for a buku bucks now. So anyway, there are a lot of books that don't deserve limited editions. For example, it doesn't matter how nice the book is made or what the price point is, I won't want it. So, all that said, like, for example, almost every Centipede Press book I have, I've never read Alligator, and I was dying to get that. Didn't read Powers of Darkness, or Fallen Angel, or Blind Sight, or the Blackburn set, or Cornell Woolrich, or anything by Steve Rasnick Tem. But I've got all those books because I love the press. It's a hard answer. So how high do I have to rate a book? I don't even have to rate a book to want a limited edition of it. So I don't know if other people want to weigh in on that. I see what. Let's see what. Hey, Phillips here. So Tyler says it has to be an 8. And Hans says it depends. Sometimes I collect an author and I want everything they publish, even if I've not read that. But yes, so there's that too. Like I have not yet read a Grady Hendrix book. I have a crap load of Grady Hendrix coming from SST because I like SST. I'll want every Josh Mallerman limited, even the one that producer Joe won't let me buy. I wanted on This is the Day of the Pig. So if you're chasing an author, if you're chasing a press, and you're a completist, you're going to want. I just saw Twan shared. Twan never comes to these, but Twan had all these Thomas Oldehuvelt editions, and I was so jealous. Why do you think? Like, how high do I have to? How about this? This is a fair question. How high do I have to rank a book if I want to collect it in a foreign language? Philip Fracassi keeps teasing us with foreign language editions of his work, and I'm tempted, very tempted. I'm getting Goblin, the German edition of Goblin. I've got the German edition of It, and that's like, to me, that has to be the really indicator of how much I love a book, if I'll want it in a foreign language. I think if Fracassi did Don't Let Them Get You Down in a German edition or something, but that all depends on the art. To be fair, I have to like the art then, and I have to get a signature in it. But wow, I think you have to. It's hard. I want to collect books. Jeff, my intent of the question was specific to books you have already read prior to making a choice in regard to buying a limited, expensive version. I I don't think I have to rate it highly at all. If it's a book I've read and I liked, it doesn't have to rate highly, because usually if it's a book I've read and liked, probably like that author to some extent, and I'll want that signature or that limited edition in my collection. So yeah, I'm not that picky. I am not that picky. Now, to be a completist, to chase down every possible version of the book, yeah, I'd have to be a rabid fan of that book. So, I have a few signed limited. I read yet, but plan to. A few Suntubs, Jaws, and Handmaids, to name a couple. Yeah. I have the Hendrix Buttle, but have not read him yet. Yes, Walter White was closed down, my pizza draft place, because the pizza that he threw on his roof was from me, and he ate maggots. Well, Walter White probably wanted you closed down so he can go in and cook meth in your kitchen. So many of the foreign covers look so good that it's tempting. That's it exactly, Tim, and welcome tonight. Yes, that is exactly it. If the like, there's a Hungarian version of Mallory that I wanted because of the cover. But like, it just, you have to, in Fracassi's books, the Spanish versions are amazing. Those covers, he revealed a cover for a book that's coming up. If you're not in the Fracassi Freaks page, man, I highly recommend you get there. That doesn't mean I recommended while high. That's not what I'm saying. It's not like I highly recommended because I was high. I recommend because I strongly recommend. How about we say that? Book time with Ryan. Hello. Random insight. Captain Ahab and Captain Nemo exist in the same universe. Do they really, or is that just like fan theory? The only foreign editions I have collected are the works of Richard Corbin because of the different reproductions of the artwork. I'm trying not to do foreign editions, at the very least, not, foreign language editions. But obviously, the UK is a foreign territory to me, and I would, I want SST and PS editions. I like UK editions. By the way, Hendrix is really very good. I've enjoyed his books much more than I thought I would. Oh, that heartens me. Philip needs to get Dolce Pagana to do artwork for a future book. If Dolce did Child, that would be great. I'm trying to think. I think Dolce would be really great with Gothic too. Walter White's a traitor, and he ate Burger Giraffe. Oh boy. I've been giving away some books that I bought better versions of, but I didn't need doubles or triples. Yeah, I could see that. Yeah, Tennessee love. I'm glad you realized what it was. It's local. I'm wearing the local shirt, and I got the Tennessee flag because I'm a transplant that's always been here, apparently. I also saw a news story. There was a woman who was found dead. It was a great unsolved mystery from Massachusetts. Somewhere around the Jaws time, they found her dead body in the water. Her last name was Terry, which is my last name, and she was from Tennessee. So there's a Tennessee Terry connection. I thought about that too. I used to give away books that I had triples of, but if I like the book, I like seeing multiple copies of that book. I don't know. Dolce is an awesome. Yes, she is amazing. Yeah, congrats on that golden ticket, Tim. Tim is the only regular here to get one so far. So we'll see. I've started 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea in the last couple of days, and there's a reference to Moby. Oh, that's cool. So they are in the same universe, or at least tangential. The three I've read got better chronologically. I thought Horror Story was good, Exorcism better, and the Southern Book Club was my favorite. Oh, that's awesome. That's cool. I can't wait. I got to read them. I love UK editions, almost 99% over US editions. I don't know why that is. I don't like the UK edition covers for the King books, though. I think they're kind of lame. Unless you're talking about classic King, like Doubleday. Not the new ones. The new ones I don't like. Oh, you grew up in Tennessee. Okay. The The sand tunes laid. What? Lady. Okay. I have currently 4 editions of Child Alone. Yeah, I do too. I met the FRACASSI in New Orleans, a couple weekends ago at the World Fantasy Convention. He stopped by my table, and all I had to do was mention the Jeff word, and boom, and bam, connect. Yes, thank you, Fairwood. Thank you for promoting the channel. Yes, that's awesome. I wish I was in New Orleans. Damn it. It's not that far of a drive now. And it's my favorite place on planet Earth, basically. Love New Orleans. German versions of books are pretty good. Yeah, that deluxe edition of It is phenomenal. I read my first Western last week, A Distant Trumpet, and I had to get a signed first edition. Yeah, it's a slippery slope, man. Sand Dunes Lady was the person Joe Hill thought was in Jaws. Yes. Before she was killed. That was the lady who was recently ID'd. Yes. Yeah. It was my first time in New Orleans. Did you like it? I love it. I love New Orleans. Such atmosphere, such stench, such character. It's the most European American city from my modest travels, and I loved it. I love it. The music, unreal. Bourbon Street it is unreal. Oh, I remember getting rip roaring drunk when I traveled there with my cousins once, and I went into a bar. I was not a big Bulls fan, and I saw Michael Jordan play the Hornets, and was that Charlotte? Yeah, the Charlotte Hornets, I think. And he owned them, and they won. And I proceeded to stumble out on a Bourbon Street, and tell every single tourist that Michael Jordan beat the Hornets. And I'm amazed I didn't end up bloodied, because I was so obnoxious. I mean, I was more obnoxious than normal. Steven's here. SDAJ. Nola makes you feel dirty. I saw some girl walking through it with her shoes off, thinking, you're going to get sick or die from unknown. Yeah, she had hookworms. I mean, she probably had some flesh-eating bacteria. If you're walking barefoot down Bourbon Street, prepare to have amputation in your future. Like, it's going to, you just schedule it. Like, you wake up the next day, you look at your feet and you go, I'm just going to schedule it, because you want as much of your body intact as possible. So maybe if you schedule it now, they'll just have to take like a little toe or something, but you're going to need it if you want to stay alive. Great jazz band at a pub there called Fritzl's. Oh, I know Fritzl's. I've been there. There's double doors down there. Oh, and you just walk in and that music just pulls you in. It's amazing. An elective amputation. Yes. You can get Dr. Chernard there. Go talk. He recommends amputation. So yeah, yes. Lots going on. Drinking my White Russian, wearing my Tennessee stuff. Tennessee in his house. Tennessee in the house. Tennessee in the house is on Tennessee. You know what's up with the flag? That's a state of Tennessee flag. It's just a recent. I still got one foot in Illinois, but it's a Tennessee state flag right there. I was saying I looked askance at it the first time I saw it, because I wasn't sure what it represented. And then, and what you're not seeing is down here, there's a blue band. I had it up. I did a short video. I had it up. I left it up. That's what's up. Well, he just bought a smoker. Smoked meat is in my, yes, smoked meat. Oh, meat. You eat it while the UN still allows it, because soon you're going to be eating grubs. Read my first pin borrow from Earthling. Oh, yes, yes, yes. 2 sittings. Loved it. Can't believe one's still available. Only $35. Yes, I saw that. Did I not comment on it? It's a blur. Social media is a blur to me. Yes, they say a girl died here once. I saw you loved it. That's so great. I'm amazed it's still there. Read that. Now the next book, Mike, you should read is Insomnia by Sarah Pinborough. That's a self-section where he hides erotica behind the curtain. 50 Shades of what? Right there. You know what? It is distracting. I did rearrange my shelf a little bit. So those are my hills. He's renting from daddy, right? I got king shelf, and then some hills right there in the front. And then down here's my McCammon, my David Wong, Jason Pargin, and I don't know what else is down there. Right behind me is the Fracassis. Look at that. 4 children. Mallermans, Benedict Terry. Oh, Illinois. Well, for you, Stephen Dwayne, Allison Jr., here's the Chicago flag. Okay. And this is cloth. This is like a bona fide nice flag. That other flag is like polyester and cheaply made. So that should warm the cockles of your heart. Nothing wrong with that flag, but easy to accidentally fly upside down. 2 stars go on top. Thank you for telling me, man. Wow, Jill. 2 stars go on top. That would be easy to fly upside. Thank you. I don't want to be a newbie. The UN will have to pry that meat from my cold, dead hands. There'll be cold, dead hands that somebody else will eat. But they'll cook them first so they won't be cold. Took it down and threw it on the floor. Ouch. No, I didn't. I folded it nicely. I didn't throw it on the floor. Did you see my floor? No. I handed it to somebody. I threw the Chicago flag on the floor as well. Yes, no, that was improper. Yes. I'm stepping all over protocols here. They're probably going to kick me out. Yeah, 5 Childs with the Ark, which I didn't read. You should read it. I have it queued up. Reading the new Bosch from Michael Conley. Okay. Mike, I've started Bosch 2 books in and loving it. Okay. Bosch. If the King section is above Joe Hill's books, does that mean King is over the hill? Hans? Well, actually, yes. Yes, there are kings above the hill. So King is below, above, and on. Yeah, over the hill. Bosch is a longtime favorite. Got the Jekyll and Hyde signed by Joe Hill today. Really? Nice. Joe Hill. He'll sign anything, that guy. Sign anything. Hey, say it with me. Huzzah, producer Jill. Jeff, talk me out of it. I'm probably not. I didn't even read the rest of it. But if it's like jump from a roof into a pool, guzzle a bottle of vodka, buy a book, I'm never the guy to talk you out of those things. What do you say? But I've all given up that SST or some UK small press will do a limited of the Pines trilogy. So I'm thinking of getting the signed trade paperbacks for VJs. No, I wouldn't talk you out of it. Why would I? Here's Advent again. Why would I talk you out of it, Ron? But I could show you what they are. If you want to see, I did a book haul. I think my October book haul, I featured these. They are very, very flimsy. Like the covers are very flimsy. They're like, I wouldn't go so far to say delicate, but they're delicate. They're floppy. They're floppy trade paperbacks. But I bought them and I'm thrilled I have them. This is like, I see these and I'm like, at least they're not Gauntlet Borderlands books. So when I look at these, I'm like, I got signed Pines trilogy books for a very affordable price, and they're not Gauntlet. So, of course, they also don't have the bonus story, the F. Paul Wilson story, which bums me out. I wish Pines did, but I'm not going to talk you out of that. I'm going to talk you into that. But it feels like a poor substitute for a sign limited hardcover. Yeah. Yes, it is a poor substitute. But they're bona fide signatures. Now, is VJ doing? They're probably going to do their tipped in sheet. These were all signed. If you bought them from Maria's, they were all personally signed. This isn't a tipped in sheet. Blake Crouch actually fondled my book, which should be a T-shirt. Blake Crouch fondled my book. Blake Crouch fondled my Pines. So he signed it. It's not a tipped in sheet, but so you can get it from Maria's or VJ. VJ will never do you wrong. I like VJ. So either way, I recommend it. No offense to Michigan, but we don't have a good flag. No, you don't? You got a bear on it, I think, right? You got a bear walking around on it. Who doesn't like bears? Like a black bear outside a dumpster getting shot at with a crossbow. Bosch is some good police procedural. Got the new Bosch too. Everybody's about Bosch. My dishwasher was a Bosch, I think. Wasn't it? Fellow Michigander. What's good for the goose? Michigoose. Trade paperbacks for BJs. That's Steve. No, VJs. So like venereal J's. There's FRACASSI. Hey, I met you in New Orleans at my dealer table. Oh, you're a dealer? He's a dealer. They are flaccid trade paperbacks, but they're signed. My flaccid pine. Hey, Chad's here. Chad showed up. Oh, you took a break from Ed Lauren that some people have a problem with for some reason. I don't even know, but you don't report back to him, Chad. Don't go telling Ed Lauren that people are talking crap about him. My Gauntlet Pines would last longer at the beach. Damn it! There's more beach jokes, Jill. Guys, Stephen Dwayne Allison Jr. and Jack Smith. Chad is a Michigander. Josh Mallerman's a Michigander. I don't like book plates. Blake signed my flaccid crouch. Why didn't I think of that? That's nice. I don't mind book plates. I don't mind them. If you get them right from the author, I think that's fine. I have the Gauntlet Pines. Hate buying them, but I just have to. I understand. I was very tempted, but I just didn't. Yeah, I know if VJ's Pine Sigs are tipped in or not. They are. They're going to be. They're probably. But appreciate the encouragement, especially since I'm probably going to do it anyhow. I mean, it's not too super expensive. They're signed. He's very proud of the work. By saying he, I mean Crouch is very proud of it. And I don't know. I like that idea. Novels are in the bot. 27 novels. Wow. They're probably maybe he signs them directly, but I think they're just gonna tip a sheet in there. He signs the sheets. He knows some people hate him. What? Did you find yesterday's Centipede from release? Oh, Philip, you're looking for the I'm a Michigander. Yeah, originally, but you're now an LA boy. Oh, good. Ron, great article in the Weird Fiction Review. Nice. What's wrong with deer on the Michigan flag? That's cool. Yeah, I have a small press. Ship 12 boxes of books there ahead of me. Oh, okay. Oh, I didn't know that, Fairwood. So I didn't know, Philip, you were looking. Yes, thank you. A CP group member is selling me his at cost. Yeah, so I had that on the list. I didn't realize Centipede. When I purposefully avoided looking at the Greenhall stuff, but I was shocked that it sold out. It was $70 for each book, and right? He was selling them both for 140 because I totally missed out. I ignored it. And then when I did finally break down, like, well, let me just see, they were gone. And Beef Daddy was relieved. I had to pass it up. Wait. What are you talking about, Chad? Oh, from what I understand. Okay, about Ed. His reputation stems from being a little too honest with his book reviews, even when it comes to friends and acquaintances. Honesty is a double-edged sword. It's a bad thing. Honesty is horrible. It's awful. Never be honest. I want my books fondled. Well, talk to Crouch. What press is it? Fairwood Press. Oh, deer suck. No, they don't. They're delicious. 135 for both. Okay, so you gave everybody because on the sheet it says 70 bucks was the original price. 135 for both is not bad, but I'm glad I missed out. Next week, it's Let's Go Play at the Adams. So now, is anybody pumped for that? Is this something you guys are going for? I used to be. I really, really wanted it, but I really have to be better. So that was a book. Let's Go Play at the Adams was a book that gained notoriety because on Amazon, it was going for like $200. It's been long out of print. People say it's very scary. It's like The Girl Next Door. I think it might have been inspired by that same true story that Ketchum wrote about that inspired The Girl Next Door. So I'm not sure, but I think I'm going to try to avoid it. But if it's like a $60 book, I might be sorely tempted. But I want to hear from you guys. Are you guys excited about Let's Go Play at the Adams? Are you going for it? It looks like it's up for sale next week. Does anyone know the original sources of the various Stephen Fabian art pieces? Oh, I don't know anything about that. Yes, very surprised that CP set sold so quickly, and yet Alligator is still available. I know, because I was hyping that book, and it's still there, so I guess I don't have influence. Everyone needs to read more Fracassi. Yes, for sure. You said that to Jack. What did Jack say? So now I got to go back. Oh, man. Okay, I'm missing out. I'm missing whatever. Man, now I really need to read. Oh, yeah. Yes, you do. Everyone should. Philip Fracassi is given. Oh, you're invited to Weird Fiction number 13. That's nice. From Tower of the Elephant that I would love to know. Oh, okay. You're talking about that art. Okay. That's awesome. Yes, we'll go for Centipede next week. Okay. I have a fine first of Let's Go Play at the Adams, so we'll pass on Centipede. If I didn't have that, though, I'd be all over it. Depends on the price, yeah. Let's Go Play at the Adams is sort of aged. And by that, do you mean it didn't age well? Is it not good horror? Is it stupid? What do you guys think? I've only done a couple of books hardcover with some limitations. Mostly, I'm a trade paperback house. Well, we got to check that out. Everybody's got to check out Fairwood Press. We got to check it out. It's not scary. It's okay. I would definitely not buy it. Oh, okay. I wanted a Suntup Let's Adams. I have the first edition paperback. I'll pass on the CP. Huh. From what I hear, At the Adams is to Ketchum's book what Swan Song is to The Stand. Ooh, I liked Swan Song, and I like The Stand. I like them both. You're doing fiction. Philip Fracassi's doing fiction and Weird Fiction review number 13. So you got to get 12 for Ron and 13 for Philip. So what is everyone saying this week's Suntup will be? Hans, why would you buy a tup but not a peed? Yeah, I was wondering about that too. Really want Ring World. Fairwood had some cool books. Oh, that's awesome. We got to check it out now. I wanted a Suntup, but now I'm broke. Oh, that's funny. Fairwood. I got to write that down. Fairwood. I take notes. Fairwood. Because I will forget. And then I'll look at that one word written down. I'll be like, dumbass. That's what you were talking about. I'll be in 13. Oh, Weird Fiction Review as well. I just submitted it a week or so ago. Awesome. So you get a double bang, bang, a double barrel in 13. Lucky number 13. I want to get a black cat. Here's what I want. My sister-in-law was looking at a house. I went looking at the house for her, and they had this big black cat in there. It was a Maine Coon cat. Have you ever seen one of those? Maine Coon cat. Amazing animal, beautiful animal. And I said, and it was black, right? So I'm like, I want this cat. I want a Maine cat, a black Maine cat, and I want to name it 13. And boy, my family hates me. They're like, you're not naming it 13. You're not getting a cat. I said, I'm trading in the two cats we have, Milo and Couch Kitty. I'm trading them in, and I'm getting this Maine cat. You ever see one of those? They're the most epic cats. Awesome. Yeah, this makes the 5th appearance for Ron. Yes. I have to refill my Rapture. Don't say anything interesting for... Oh, don't worry about that. I need more Rapture. Well, added A Child Alone with Strangers to my cart. Dude, brilliant book. Good for you. I have 5 copies. And I'm not even selling them. I thought about doing a giveaway if I can get Philip Fracassi to send the winner a book plate. I would give away a copy of A Child Alone with Strangers. But Philip messaged me and he said, don't give away my book, man. That you're stealing a sale. No, he never said that. He didn't say that. It's a joke. It's a joke, man. All right. So I don't know if I don't know if I'm going to get Let's Go Play at the Adams. I'll probably run it by producer Jill. It'll probably sell out in a heartbeat. But I thought Alligator would too. That's another book that wasn't in hardcover and it was out of print for a long time. Chad Lutsky had a new cover reveal. Did he? Did he? No, he didn't. Did you, Chad? Where? Was it on Instagram? I'm telling you, I've been really, really busy trying to sell. Slow your roll, buddy. Take before the board before you start doing rogue Fracassi giveaway. Why don't you post in Books of Horror the giveaway? People have to subscribe to your YouTube channel to have a chance to win. Yeah, I've done that, Hans. I might do that. I would do that in your group and in Fracassi Freaks, but I don't know, man. The giveaways, I mean, I feel stupid, right? I feel like I'm buying subscribers. I feel like I always hate doing the drawing. This last time, if you guys remember, Mitch won, much to my relief that it was a regular, somebody who supported the channel from the start. But it's so random. You know, anybody could have just signed up. But that said, you gotta be fair and square. You gotta be upright and not game the system to give it to your buddies. But I just feel like, I don't know. I hate doing that because I wish I could give everybody something. Chad, I did. Crime Thriller coming out in January, 3 Smile Mile. Oh, damn it, Chad. I missed it. All right, well, I got to order it. I'm surprised the Alligator has moved as slowly as it has. Well, alligators are not really quick. See? I'm talking about the animal, not the book now. Seriously, of all the recent Centipede titles, I thought Alligator would have been long gone. I know, me too. And yet the Ken Greenhall titles blipped out. That surprised me. I don't know. Both got 28K members, so it's a lot of exposure for the Jeff word. Yeah. Oh, Books of Horror. Yes. Yes. Okay, Hans, I'll do it. I'll do it. Yes, I will. Hell yeah, I want. I got those bad boys displayed proudly. You're not buying viewers. Yeah, Mark, I'm sorry. I feel bad. It's just feels artificial, but I think I would promote. I'd be happy to do the giveaway. So let's just say that get over on Books of Horror if you're not there. You got to be subscribed to the channel, and I'll pick a date for the giveaway. And if you win, Philip Fracassi will send you a book plate. So it'll be an unsigned Child hardcover, first edition, Child Alone with Strangers, with a signed book plate from Philip Fracassi. So that'll be coming on Books of Horror giveaway. Yes, that's a lot of stupid questions. I don't know what you're talking about. Are you saying I asked stupid questions? Was it 500 copies of Alligator, author signed? Yeah. In a really nice production in hand lettered area. I mean, it wasn't expensive. Crazy expensive. Huh? I got my check yesterday. You're not on the payroll? Damn, I know. Hans, I can't. I told you, you're one of 80 people that are on the payroll. I just couldn't fit Mark on. Tag me in the giveaway so I can promote. Okay. Hey, everyone. First time here. Hello to the live chest, now to the world of book collecting. But the obsession has hit deep. Jeff, I've enjoyed your videos. Hello, Alex. Thank you. Welcome. I've seen your videos recently. Welcome to the YouTube, BookTube. You're doing some nice videos. You're doing some good books. So I always welcome people who really do love the books. So if you're going to be a BookTube channel that I approve of, you thumbs up. You got to love the books. You can't be like some booktubers who don't even know what they're holding. And I'm not saying that about you, Alex. I'm just saying as a general thing, there's a booktuber who I didn't have any planned because he hasn't done any new videos this week. So I don't have any new anger fuel. But he's something else, man. He doesn't know what he's got in his hands, and he doesn't care. He just fills minutes, fills content slots, and he's trying to get his way out of his day job. So he doesn't care. Whatever. Anyway, your check bounced again. Oh, yeah, you got to cash it like after the new year. You got to do it after the new year. No rant. I didn't have a rant baked in. Z-Man. Written word. Thanks for joining Fracassi Freaks as well. Yes. Fracassi Freaks. So, you know what? The written word, Alex, what I would say to you is give away books and buy subscribers. That's the key to success. It's a joke. But really, I mean, it doesn't work either. So that one guy, I gave away a signed Stephen King book, and the Z-Man still has double my subscribers. So what's the secret formula? Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Oh, I got to write that down. I had a thought. I had a thought about a short video. So this is just a production note. Okay. I should remember that. Future Jeff should. Zach had a tough Zoctober, so Zach Vember is low key. Yes. Yes. Alex, you could buy Mark right now. He's like Baltic Avenue on what? Mark's offering to be bought as a subscriber. So Alex, if you want to buy him, he's like the Baltic Avenue. That's what he's saying, like on the Monopoly board. So he's Monopoly. Yeah. What did I say? Monopoly. Yeah. So just be authentic. I'm Illinois Avenue, not gonna lie. I'm Chance. You never know. I never know. I'm just Chance. B&O Railroad, Mark Knifick. Knifick is terrific. I don't know. Anyway, what else do I have to talk about tonight? Yes, so Hans got a signed fairy tale. Here's to you, Hans. Kennefic. Jeff, you are do not pass go, do not collect 200. I'm in jail. I'm jail. Oh, look at that. Alex is trying to buy Mark with flattery. He said, Mark, I see you more as a boardwalk, by the way. See? You should do a Thanksgiving special. You want me to? I'll put on a pilgrim suit. Well, I have to go. I have more FRACASSI to stock up on. Yes, spend that dollar. Spend the mad dollars. Jeff at the jeffword.fun. I am so sorry. If you're emailing me, I'm not seeing it. I looked through. Now, producer Jill subscribes to a lot of like shirtless male magazines. And so I have to go through like fireman calendar stuff, subscriptions to get through all of that. And like, Bad Boys magazine with a Z. So I have a hard time finding emails because she's choked that email with really random subscriptions to shirtless men. Like Male Nipple Monthly. It's like, I'm like, it's a nipple. Like what? And they're like super close-ups of nipples. And it's like, there's nothing about this. Like, there's no, like, you need context. See, the thing with a nipple is it needs context. You can't judge a nipple just on the nipple. You have to talk about the geography, the topography around it, the hair placement, the muscle tone, or if that's a man nipple, nipples. Nipples. You didn't think you were going to come here for nipples. Fairwood is, now, yes, I got a signed fairy tale. Yes. I am so jealous because that was the Bink copy, right? Bink. Was thrilled to see the notice from Midworld that the pre-order for Black Company is around the corner. Anyone that has pre-ordered from them is able to give an idea of their standard lead time. I think they move pretty fast. I done my Thanksgiving special. It's like so dumb on YouTube. I don't know what I would do for a Thanksgiving special. I actually made a Suntop Monopoly board design. It's almost finished, but I haven't worked on it for months. Oh, that's awesome. You'd sell it to me. You know it. Yeah. One last thing. Is the email spelled like it sounds? Yes. Like no random punctuation? No. Jeff at the Jeff word, THEJEFFWORD dot, it's a period, fun, FUN. I put the fun in funeral. Jeff at the Jeff word dot fun. Nipple needs the ripple. Yeah, Chad understands that. That's going to be an episode on nightmares and manscapes that Chad and I are going to do. It's about male grooming products, and nipples. And you're not going to know if it's a man nipple or a woman nipple. Therefore, how can we get canceled? It's like we're sticking by nipples. It's called the podcast is Nipple to Nipple. Very excited for Black Company. I have a few Midworlds I recently ordered, but imagine I have a while to wait. I want that damn John Dies at the End series from Midworld. I keep waiting for it. They were very good to deal with. Okay, I was just so bored, so I just did a Thanksgiving special. Why are we talking about this? Nipples. I've yet to read Buellman, but I picked up Those Across the River, and it's in my TBR. I have a tiny rant. Hans is a tiny rant. That sounds like something you could treat with pills. We'll talk about it on our very special edition of Nightmares and Manscapes. I do want to know what his tiny rant was. And I guarantee he's going to type it. He did the ellipses, Jill. You know it's coming. I think everyone gets rants. um, anti-itch cream, anti-itch ointment is a rash decision. If Darren, like his father before him, was here, he would have appreciated that. But he's not here. He's probably throwing acid on someone. He might be. He lives in London. I don't know what they do in London. Well, I know I got to squint because I'm trying to clean my glasses, and I'm doing this. Yeah, you see, I'm the kind of guy where you take your glasses off, your eyes disappear. Is the boss going to let you get the J-Date series, or this will be like the pig situation all over again? Well, she won't know, you see. I'm going to get the J-Date series. Getting back full circle to our man's question, Jason's question earlier about what's the high watermark that triggers a need to buy a special edition of the book. And I said, well, if it's an author that you love or a press you love, you probably just buy it. But and so the J-Date series I absolutely love. And the only limited is the first book done by Cemetery Dance, and then they just quit a bitch and they never went back. So Midworld to do the whole series, amaze balls. Do the kids still say that? No, they say it slaps. It slaps. I'll say, and you know what? Instead of saying I'll be damned, I'll say, well, slap my nipple. I'm trying to create vernacular. So no, I'm gonna get that. Look, seriously, the pig, the lettered pig was 750 clams or bones. It was a lot of money. So I sold my Secretary of Dreams arcs to someone and suggested I get Glenn Chadbourne to sign them at the Merrimack Halloween Book Fair. The buyer wanted Glenn to remark them, in fact, so he asked me to leave the book with Glenn when I see him. But when I saw Glenn Chadbourne in person, he didn't know what I was talking about and would not accept the arcs, claiming he's got a lot of work lined up and would not have time and to mail them instead. Damn. So, Hans, you put your neck out for somebody and you got your head chopped off. Oh, listen to Jason. When you need the cash to buy the J-Date series, we can discuss you selling your first 6 Blackburns. Oh, damn. Well, I actually got 8 of them. I had to bring the books back with me just to ship them to Glenn weeks later. Damn, that's stupid, man. You know what? Hans, why don't you just send them why don't you just sell them to the buyer and tell them to deal with Glenn so you don't have to do this? You shouldn't have to do this. That's BS, Hans. Who was it, Hans? I will go there. I will go there after I have a lot of White Russian in my system. I will be driven there. I'll do it tonight, Hans. You DM me that person's address, and I will put the book in their mouth and say, you send it to Glenn. Leave Hans alone. I'm really not a violent person. I don't need 7 or 8. So you have the Bob Eggleton books, but you want the Gahan Wilson books. Now, my 8 are all matching number, Jason. That's at least a $5,000. No, what did I say? $10,000 item. A matching set of all 8 Blackburns. That's like $15,000. I finally sent the books to Glenn last week, thinking they would get remarked in a few months and make it to the buyer. I sent them a week ago, and today the buyer posted the arcs, fully remarked and delivered. Wow, oh, that's a good news. That's a good news. So it took a week to ship to him, get remarked, and ship to the buyer, who then posted them online. So do you think? You're giving me the clues as to where this guy is. I can track him down, Hans. I'm mad. I'm like your bodyguard, Hans. You ever see that movie, My Bodyguard? The guy, Clancy Brown, picks his nose and wipes it in. No, that was Bad Boys. That was Bad Boys, not My Bodyguard, right? He picks his nose. That's a Sean Penn movie, isn't it? Bad Boys. Hans will know. He picks his nose and he wipes it in the food. Clancy Brown, Sean Penn. So Max or Hans, you're also saying that our man Glenn does really fast work. I'm thinking of getting my deluxe copy of Fairy Tale remarked. Buyer's happy. It's all good. Just annoyed by Glenn. Yeah, but if Glenn didn't know about it, oh, okay. I thought the buyer was putting you out by saying, I already talked to Glenn or I don't know. The man picking his nose with Clancy Brown in Bad Boys. I knew Hans would know, man. The guy's like an encyclopedia. So, Philip, is this the signed, the deluxe edition that you used in quotes? You guys want to talk about? Look at that. You could tell my camera bends. So this camera actually gives me more curves than I deserve. So this is the deluxe Fairy Tale. I will say, if you saw my unboxing, I do really like the end paper art. I do. I think that end paper art redeems the whole thing. And I will say, I was like, well, if the booger went into the mashed taters. Mashed taters. I will say that I looked up. So I looked up who did the cover art and who did the back art because I wanted to say, well, Gabriel Rodriguez and Delort, who was the other? Nicholas Delort did the art in the chapters, right? So I'm like, well, who did the cover? You know who did the cover? Stock art, Shutterstock. Can you believe that? Simon and Schuster went to Shutterstock to get the art for the cover. Now, I don't know about the back, but that's stock art. That's unforgivable. This is Stephen King. If anything, you could have commissioned new art for this special edition, I think. That is cheap as hell. Here's your rant. I like this book. I like the special edition. I think it's cool. I like the gilded edges. And yes, I love that end paper art. It's Nicholas Delort and Gabriel Rodriguez. And I think they did bang up job on it. And I love the art on every chapter in the book. I'm glad they did that. But are you kidding me? You could not get somebody to do the cover. So Philip, who you getting the remark from? Because maybe I will do that too. I think that's a bang up idea. But you would want Gabriel Rodriguez or Nicholas Delort to do it. Clancy Brown is in 2 Stephen King movies. Name them. Oh, okay. I think he was in God damn it. I don't know, man. I see him in a cop outfit in one of them. Got my Magic Feather sign limited from CD. Well, glued boards. It's painted boards. These are, I mean, a glued binding probably. Yeah, it's not very well done. I mean, it's stock art. Yeah, it's stock art. Darren, you're a snitch. Wait, what did Darren say? Did I miss Darren? God damn it. I like being dramatic. Darren, you're a snitch. You're a stitch. Where's Darren? I didn't see Darren. Now I'm scrolling. Jill, can you find Darren for me, please? He's not in. I think your mom was tripping. Sorry, I got to disagree. I bought that series because of the Gahan Wilson covers. I've never read Blackburn before. No, but I read one of them. It smells New Mown Hay, and it was really good. I don't think I read 2 of them. I picked a couple of aftermarket slipcases for my inscribed the dark half of my signed first hardcover of McCarthy's No Country for Old Men. Should be here soon. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. Stock art, Shutterstock, to be clear. Wilson's eye style does not appeal to me at all. Dang. It's like going to a tattoo shop and picking flash. Yes. Sorry, but that stock art cover is going to sell a lot of copies. Really? They're not they had the money, they had the bank. They could have. I do like this art better than the UK edition, but come on. And if I'm wrong, correct me. I'd love to know. I can't recall. Shawshank. I'll start with Gabriel. Okay, that's cool. Okay. Desperation in PS2. I thought he was in Pet Cemetery, but I couldn't tell. Well, Stephen King is going to sell a lot of copies. Put a stick man on there, it'll sell. Yes, that's what I'm saying. Like they could overall, they know they have a home run hit. They don't need to promote it any harder than they have. They don't need to go above and beyond. But here's the funny thing. If they have an unknown author who needs that support, they won't do it because it's sinking money into an unknown entity. But then when they have a known entity, they're like, oh, well, we don't really have to try that hard because he's going to sell. Well, then what the hell, man? Who gets the love? That you got to leave that to the small presses. Because when the big publishing houses do a special edition, they phone it in. Even though they did have those 2 extra pieces. But it didn't justify the price point. That was not a $100 book. Paid for a Minion remark in Magic Feather. When I received it, it was a remark by all 3 artists. Wow, that's awesome. Chadbourne, Baldwin, and Minion. That's awesome. That's awesome. Way to go, CD. It's rare you're going to get a good cemetery dance story on this channel. So I'm glad you shared that. Clancy Brown was the bad prison guard in Shawshank and was the zombie cop dad in Pet Cemetery 2. I got them from eBay. I think the guy's name was Casemaker. They looked well built, and the text copy advertised all safe, not toxic, no glue materials. So fingers crossed. Well, I hope it works out. Clancy Brown was not in Desperation. That was Ron Perlman. $35 at best. I would say 50. They could have gone to 50, but $100? No, that was a total cash grab. But for $100, they could have done a slipcase and maybe a dust jacket that was exclusive to this edition. My kids are Chadbourne. Chadbourne. I like that. Fits into Clancy Brown was Highlander. Oh, first intro to Clancy Brown. I like Clancy Brown. Clancy Brown is Ron Perlman, is Clancy Brown, is Ron Perlman. Yes. Yeah, as a small press, I often have to use stock art, but more often when I can, I relicense existing art. Yeah. I mean, it's a tough thing to do, Carnival as well. What a great series. It's better burn out than to fade away. I will never try to sing like Joe Elliott again until I've had a few more sips of this. Something's wrong with my hand, Jill. I keep picking stuff up, getting a sharp pain, and then almost dropping whatever I pick up in my right hand. It means I'm dying. So what else do I have to talk about? We talked about Centipede. We talked about Hans. We talked about Simon and Schuster. We talked about Fracassi, who was just in Mississippi writing a book. Now, I love that idea. You go to an old place and you write a book. That's what it is. You need to be a ghost filter, right? You need that energy to go into you and come out in written word form. You need to be that channel, that medium to get all that gooey, sticky goodness out from the astral realm and put it on paper. We need to talk about ribs. Sweet barbecue or tangy? Sweet barbecue, sir. Tangy is too vague. I need more to go on. He was in the hometown of Greg Iles, so will be amazing. Yes. Well, it's FRACASSI, so it will be amazing is like the next thing to come out. Seriously, guys, FRACASSI's the real deal. He's the next Stephen King. Not saying that because he supports the channel. I hung with some locals, very small town. Everyone knows Greg. God, I gotta get Jill. We gotta get back to New Orleans, Jill. We just gotta go there. Philip FRACASSI was just there. You know what? I'm gonna listen to this back. I'm like, why was I yelling into the microphone? Moving it away. I was late to the chat, so sorry you all talked about this already. But speaking of Subpress, I just ordered my first book from them. Anyone else pre-order Age of Ash? Plus, I picked up the 2 Greenwood books from Centipede. Wow. You're Alex, good luck. You're going to have to save some money for marriage counseling if you're going to be doing this, just to let you know. We all know that. Okay, then Philip FRACASSI ever want to write for comics? He would. He's written for the screen. He's written for me. And he'd love to. See? Boom. I knew he would. He would be great at writing a comic book. Maybe, Philip, that's how you get Gabriel Rodriguez to do a remark in your fairy tale. And, yeah. Maybe that's what you do. So you do a collab with him. Say, forget that lock and key bullshit. You're working with FRACASSI now. You're in FRACASSI country. And you're gonna love it. You're gonna love it, or I'm gonna send the Jeff word after you. And he's gonna want to remark. Seriously, I should reach out to Gabriel Rodriguez to get a remark in my fairy tale to justify the special in special edition. I wanted to do Commodore as a comic, but hiring an artist was too expensive. Yeah, that would be a good comic. You need to do a Sabbath comic. Speaking of FRACASSI, I realized I never did an unboxing for this. I was gonna feature it in my next book haul. The boy with the blue rose heart. The way it was written there, it kind of threw me off. I was gonna say the boy with the heart blue rose. And this is loaded with great artwork. This is a hardcover, and it had a signed book plate. That's amazing. So happy I got this. Love it. Haven't read it yet. It's very thin. I could probably read it in 10 minutes. I could probably read it to you live, but I don't want to do that. I am not going to do that. But boy, am I happy I got this book. Love it to death. So there's that. That was on deck. Since we were talking about FRACASSI, with good comics, the story comes first. Yes, then you must have good. Yes, agree. I skipped that release. I don't buy nearly as many subpress these days due to the title choices and their rapidly rising prices. Will the Greenhawk books be your first Centipede? Okay. I'd love to see a Commodore comic. Yeah, I would too. Trade paperback of Blue Rose Heart and Don't Let Them Get You Down coming into December. Nice. I got to get that trade paperback. Thanks for the reminder. No, I have Alligator, which I'm obsessed with, as well as Maynard's House and House Next Door. So you're buying them all right now. Yeah, a few years ago, Greg was in a very bad accident, was so worried for him, but he came back and wrote an amazing trilogy. That's awesome. John Fahey says his Blue Rose arrived pristine. Mine didn't. Mine didn't get through unscathed. But it's not bad, not that bad. A ding up here, but it's a very sturdy book, and it does not jump out to me in such a horrible, horrible bad way. Tell me what you think. See that down there, that little corner? I only bring it up because you said it arrived pristine, but it was just in an envelope, so it's fine. That's fine. I love the book. I'm not complaining. Awesome. Can't wait to get a reading copy of Don't Let Them Get You Down. That's such a fantastic book. No two ways about it. Oh, like I said, some books, it's weird, but some books, like I said, need to be shared. And that book needs to be shared with people who get it. If you get it, you get it. If you don't, then it's an insight into those lives that live like that, that experience those things. So I had to send it off to someone who gets it. It's an amazing book. I had a minor ding on the corner too, but not noticeable. Otherwise, perfection. Yeah, mine came fine. Good. Is there a specific place to best purchase your titles? As in, does more money go into your pocket if I order from VJ versus Amazon, or all the same? Probably all the same, but I'll let Philip answer that because I am not an author. Do you have a particular favorite yarn from your Beneath the Pale Sky? Those Alex that said it. Not Alexia. Do you have a particular favorite yarn? Beneath the Pale Sky collection is getting close to the top of my TBR. Damn, those are all great stories. Beneath the Pale Sky is amazing. I don't normally care for collections, or short work. I like to spend time with characters, but damn. Oh, that I don't know what Philip's favorite one is. Harvest was awesome. And you know what? What I loved about those stories is most of them could be turned into longer books, novels all on their own. I'm partial to Harvest, the first story, and it is likely the most personal. Yeah, or ID. What is it? Is it ID or id? Don't like short work? That's the best, particularly for it can be the best, but some people write and they phone it in. I don't know. Both. I love Stephen King short fiction, and I loved Beneath the Pale Sky. Maybe I'm just a curmudgeon, Maybe. I also have Barbie Wilde's Voices of the Damned that I liked. So I don't know. I'm currently reading Behold the Void. Read half the stories in it so far. Favorite in that In's Coffin. Huh. All right. Well, I'm currently reading. Where is it? Uh-oh. Well, it's the new John Dies at the End book. I guess I don't have to show it to you. I think my favorites in that were Death, My Old Friend, and The Wheel. Death, My Old Friend was so different than the other stories, but it was so good. I like The Wheel. I like The subtext of The Wheel. What it's saying about life cycles and beginnings and endings and the unbroken loop of time. I like it. Like that story a lot. They're all winners. I just finished The Dismembered by Jans. It was fun. Read it in one sitting. Fun. I think Jans is another 4-letter word for fun. Jans. Jans. So yeah, that's cool. Behold the Void is awesome. I think my favorites in that were The Horse Thief and Mandala. I got to read it. I think a lot of people are like you, Jeff. Short story collections don't sell well. I like novellas. In fact, I thought Revival would have been an awesome novella. It didn't need the page count it had. So I do appreciate when people are disciplined with stories. Oh, you know what, Chad, you bring that up. Chad's a great short story writer, but also Keelan Patrick Burke. So I guess I'm just a liar. The more I think about it, the more I'm a liar. I just like not. I guess I do like short fiction, but I greatly prefer novel length stuff. Anybody sign up for Brian Keene's new forum, Keendom? It says active. Looks like it's going to be a nice place to interact with some of the authors and publishers we like. Oh, I didn't know. That's cool. Needs a FRACASSI thread. I didn't know about it. I got to sign up. No, there wasn't a good rant. There's never an especially good rant. Where is it? Discord? I signed up, haven't interacted much. I don't have a thread. I love the old boards. First I've heard of this new Keen endeavor. Yeah. What is it? Needs about 400 more threads. I must be at odds with the market. I own a crap ton of short story collections. Maybe it's because my love of reading started with the Weird Tales authors. See? I don't know. Like when I looked at Child Alone with Strangers, I'm like, here's an author I like, and there's a big book. No, it's an old time forum. Well, we got to do it. The author threads are given. Only certain authors have them. Ooh. Well, we'll campaign for you. We'll start a petition on change.org or whatever it is. I have a few other things to talk about, I think. So, yeah, I'm reading the new John Dies at the End. I love it, love it, love it. Reading the label of my beer, Merry Monkey from Victory Brewing Company, Belgian-style holiday ale with notes of cranberry, orange peel, cinnamon, and nutmeg. That sounds yummy. In his news email, he said he was done with social media and set up this new forum. Lots of good authors involved. Well, I think so. 10% ABV. Now we're talking, Hans. Tell him we're not joining until Philip Fracassi has a thread. Philip Fracassi needs a thread. No doubt. It'll be an oversight in the future if they don't have one. So what else do I have to talk about? I have to talk about this book. I bought in Natchez. I had a sticky stout that was delicious. Oh, 11% ABV. Well, I'll be cheating on Mitch if I have a sticky stout. Did it slap? Did it slap? Slapping stout. I bought this. Natchez Brewery. It slaps. I bought this off of eBay for $10. I know I keep preaching to people about no eBay, but it was $10. And it is a hardcover edition of one of my favorite books of all time. I don't know about all time, but it's one of my favorite books, Richard Bach Illusions. And it's a hardcover gift edition with like a few bells and whistles to it. I don't know if that's a real or a facsimile, Sig. I can't really find any information on this edition, but I didn't have a good copy of Illusions. And I don't know if you guys have ever read it, but it's sort of like new age, self-empowerment, trippy, fluffy cotton candy, new age mysticism, sort of. But I love the philosophy behind the book, and it made a big impression with me because sometimes you'll have a teacher who recommends something that sticks. And I had an English teacher in high school that recommended this book, and we had to read it for his class, and it stuck. And I loved it. And it's just personal to me. And it's, like I said, normally this edition came with a slipcase, but I think that's why I got it for so cheap. It didn't have a slipcase. So anyway, I just wanted to share it with you. I don't know if anybody else had read Illusions by the author of Jonathan Livingston Seagull. Jonathan Livingston Seagull? I don't remember. But anyway, I never read that one. But this is the only book by Richard Bach I've ever read. And it's really cool. And whether you agree with that new agey bullshit or not, the ideas in this book about what it takes to sort of liberate yourself from the crowd and let go of the things weighing you down. Awesome book. I loved it. But cool, fine. With its nuanced blend of sweet and tart cherries, Pennsylvania honey, chocolate malt, and a hint of mischief. That's Troegs Mad Elf Xmas Ale. Xmas Ale, local wildflower honey sweetens this celebration, and spicy Belgian yeast adds subtle notes of cinnamon, clove, and allspice. It's just not cold enough for that. Here's what else I got ahead of the signing. I don't have a copy of this. I got it at McKay's or somewhere. Second and Charles for $5. Queen of Bedlam, $5. It's the only Matthew Corbett book I'm missing. I'm not going to have him sign it because it's like either a remainder copy or something going on with it. It's a beat up paperback that I didn't personally have from day one, but I needed it so I could read it. So I want to share it with you. Forever, though. What? Mad Elf is great. I haven't had that in a minute. Nugget Nectar used to be my jam. Haven't had that in forever, though. I get me some Mad Elf every year. Hans, I think you should write the manufacturer and complain that the hint of mischief in your bottle had gone bad prior to consumption, and now you're a felon. That's the third best Corbett book. Oh, excellent. Well, I read Speaks of Nightbird, so now I'm going to jump into that and then go through the Lividian paperbacks and get to the King of Shadows. So finally, I wanted to share with you, I love Queen of Bedlam. Corbett really starts off on his path in that one. Awesome. I'm dying to read it. I also got this because everybody talked about S. Craig Zoller, Mean Business on North Ganson Street. I can barely taste the mischief. So I got this because this channel, everybody was recommending him. And is it new? No, it's like 2015. Like I said, I got this first edition, October 2014. And I got it at Second and Charles for $7. It's a first edition hardcover. And it sounds bonkers. I could do what Z-Man does. A distraught businessman kills himself after a short, impolite conversation with a detective named Jules Bettinger. Because of this incident, the unkind but decorated policeman is forced to relocate himself and his family from Arizona to the frigid north, where he will work for an understaffed precinct in Victory, Missouri. This collapsed Rust Belt city is a dying beast that devours itself and its inhabitants, and has done so for more than 4 decades. Its streets are covered with dead pigeons, and there are 700 criminals for every law enforcer. Partnered with a boorish and demoted corporal, Bettinger investigates a double homicide, the slaying and mutilation of 2 policemen. The detective looks for answers in the fringes of the city, and also in the pasts of the cops with whom he works. Men who stomped on a local drug dealer until he was disabled. Bettinger soon begins to suspect that the double homicide is not an isolated event, but a prelude to a series of cop executions. So that is 2014. And I said, I went looking in the fiction. It was like the last thing I looked at. And I walked around and I saw S. Craig Zoller. I'm like, well, it's not Bone Tomahawk and it's not Dragged Across Concrete or whatever else we talked about, but it sounded really cool. And because of you guys, I got it. Mean Business on North Ganson Street. And I'm dying to read it. And the premise sounds amazing. Yes, S. Craig Zoller rocks. Never heard of him. We'll have to check it out. Nice score. I can't wait to read Zoller's latest, Organisms from an Ancient Cosmos, a brand new graphic novel. That sounds cool. So hopefully I like it. I mean, I don't know. I want to watch that Vincent Vaughn movie, the Cell Block, whatever it is. Cell Block 99. He wrote Bone Tomahawk. Yeah. That's what got me, I loved Bone Tomahawk. That was an amazing movie. Really, it was like Unforgiven meets Off Season. Ooh, man, that was good. He directed Bone. Oh, I thought he wrote it too. Star Rat said Bone Tomahawk is insanely good. Yeah, and I only saw it once. I got to see it again. A little bit of Brain Poison. Think about that tribe of Aborigines, or I don't know what the preferred nomenclature would be. I'm not trying to be insensitive, but They had that like bone whistle in their throats and they howled with it. Damn, that was just chilling. They're almost superhuman, these people. Bone Tomahawk. I think he wrote and directed. Yeah, I think so too. I think he wrote it. It's an amazing splatter Western. It is. So, you know what? This could be the first of many. It's not in the best condition. It looks like it has a stain on that page. So I'm not happy about that. But it is a first edition. And I looked it up. It's really not getting a lot of love. And it's not very expensive. So you should be able to find it. I wish I watched it without knowing anything about it and it was freaking amazing. Yeah. Scariest scene in Bone Tomahawk were the pregnant female torsos with no eyes are. Oh, shh. I have Congregation of Jackals and Wraiths of the Broken Land. The only one of his I've watched thus far is Dragged Across Concrete. Very good, maybe a bit longer than it needed to be. I got to see it. I got to see it. We're almost coming up on 10 o'clock, you know, the witching hour. Also, I didn't know if you guys saw it. I got my Charlie. I didn't get the golden ticket like it's terrific. Okay. I will say Brawl and Cell Block 99. Yeah, I'm going to watch it. I was looking for it. I got to see it. I tracked it down. That's how I saw Vince Vaughn was in it, right? So I got to see it. But yes, this is, if you're a fan of this book, this is an amazing edition. I know that probably pissed off Stephen Dwayne Nelson Jr., but hoping my Charlie is delivered today. Fixed. Wasn't fixed. If it was fixed, I would have won. You know what I'm saying? Number 23, the golden ticket number 23 isn't claimed yet. And my number is 23. What if I get number 23? Will the pitchforks come out for Paul Suntup? Will they say it's fixed? I got to see Brawl. Yep. That slipcase is beautiful. It is. It is. Jamie Foxx and Leonardo DiCaprio are going to be in a movie of that book, Jeff? Of Mean Business on North Ganson Street? Really? That's cool. I like that. Yes. Look at this. I mean, I got to show this. Look at that. I've been breaking off pieces of this cover and eating them. Look at that. Look at that. Just look at it. Humor me and look at it. Love it. Love this book. Oh. He's writing the script now. That's awesome. So Bone Tomahawk is based on the book Wraiths of the Broken Land. Is it? I didn't know if it was. I know. Is it? But is it? I don't know. Didn't know that. Okay. Bone Tomahawk is a great movie. It's when I read the premise of Wraiths of the Broken Land, I thought it did sound like Bone Tomahawk, and maybe there was it was a precursor or something. I didn't know. So I don't know. But I'm happy to discover a new author, especially if it's recommended by you fine folks. Can't do better than that. Cannot. The store, everybody, the store. I am selling this cozy, this beer cozy, for $575. I just Googled it. I will say I thought that the golden tickets would have been inside the books themselves. The fact that they were added to the shipping boxes separately strikes me as a bit weird. Unless the boxes are just random and then they're closed and taped, and then shipping addresses are assigned to boxes at random. Like, okay, there's a double stack box. We know that individual bought 2 copies. Now we put the shipping sticker on it. I don't know. I don't know how they were assigned. $575. That won't even pay for the next Suntup numbered. $595 for this cozy. Just the cozy for the store. It's a Lividian book. You know you want it. $5.95. No, his agent wanted him to do that, but he thought he could write a better story. Oh, okay. So his agent wanted him to do Wraiths of the Broken Land, but he thought he could write a better story, and that's how he did Bone Tomahawk. Bone Tomahawk. Damn. All right. Well, I am going to wrap this up this evening. I showed you what I had to show. We talked what we had to talk. We drank what we had to drink. And now I have to send out apologies, which is common after I go live. Mostly it's to Jill. I don't know if you guys were here for the beginning, but we featured Faith No More. So I think it's good to wrap it up with Faith No More. This song is called Midlife Crisis, which I'll give you $4.95. I have that cozy. Gonna undercut Jeff, selling for $5 flat. Midlife Crisis. $420. No, $595 for a Jeff word used. Look, I touched it. Sold. You guys are selling the cozies. I'm glad I can make these transactions. So good night, everyone. Check out Weird Fiction Review 12 for Ron. Check out Weird Fiction Review 13 for Ron and Philip. Check out Philip for Philip. Check out Fairwood for Fairwood. And get some books. And I'll be back when the week is new. And I'll have more ideas for you. And you'll have things you'll want to talk about. And I'll just bitch. I didn't really rant tonight. Got a lot of personal rants to do. But we're not going to do that now. No. Real estate is a bastard. So good night, everyone. And I will be back. And more videos to come. And be good to one another. Even if the other doesn't deserve it. Stay frosty.